Hi there, hi everybody. Welcome back to class. Yay! Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Before we actually start, right, I would like to recap so that we get ourselves into focus on what we are supposed to cover today. Okay, so based on what you all did this morning, right, can I just ask, starting with Mr. Perry here, give me one thing that you covered this morning that you think is Zumba. Okay, so there's something that you did this morning. You did Zumba, right? Or rather dance, right? Now, what exactly is this? What is this? Physical. It's a physical activity, right? Who is it conducted for? It's conducted for staff, right? So it's conducted for staff. Yes. So it's considered as some sort of a, what kind of program is it? Wellness program. It's a corporate wellness program, right? Okay, so you have actually experienced what we call a corporate wellness program. Right? Now, what else did you also encounter today? Josh. Hi, Josh. Hi. Say hi. Okay, so Josh, what else did you also do this morning?
Workplace wellness.
Workplace wellness, yes. So workplace wellness, what about workplace wellness did we cover?
The risk factors.
Okay, so we covered about risk factors. Where did you actually look out for risk factors this morning?
There are the three locations that we went.
Okay.
It's the gym.
Right. So when you say risk, what do you mean when you actually say the word risk? What does it mean?
Something that will cause harm.
Okay, very good. So it may cause harm to. Say again. I say. Okay, so it's something that may cause harm, right?
Yes.
To anybody who is involved in either the activity or who visits the location. So what are some of the locations? Yes, Kiki. What are some of the locations that you visited this morning?
Pool.
Pool. You went to the pool.
Swimming pool.
Swimming pool.
Recreation.
Rec room, right?
The gym. Jacuzzi. The lounge.
Okay. So you went to those locations. Can you give me an example of maybe something that you actually noticed over there that you feel that actually may potentially cause harm to people who have actually attended some events over there? What do you think you have observed just now that may have potential to cause harm? Just now
the way it was lit, it wasn't organized. For example, the gym.
So disorganized? Right? So which one was disorganized? Which room was disorganized? Relaxation. Okay, can you give an example of what is an example of how you would define as a place that's being disorganized?
Like the sofa and then the two machines. And then
Okay, so there's no clear. Not enough. Okay, so there's insufficient room. Okay, so there's a lot of. Okay, so there's disorganized and then there's a lot of hazards, right? Okay, so these are some of the things that you have encountered this morning.
Yes.
Now, I'd like you to recall as well. What do you recall was the task for today? How about chairperson, vice chairman, Abir? Right? What is our task for today? What are you all supposed to do today? This was mentioned in the slide just now. Wow, that looks quite scary. Okay, what do you recall are we supposed to do today? Just think. Then later on, Hadira, you will help her also.
Ask three stuff about the workplace.
Okay, so that's one of the things, yes. Okay, so you also need to do when you're asking the staff, right? What is it you are asking them about? You're asking them, you're conducting interview, right? So that is what we call needs and assessment, right? But what is it you are asking them about? What is it that you're actually asking them to do?
What are the wellness
what can be improved?
Okay, so what do you think can be improved and what are the existing programs now? So what you want to do, what does RP have? what RP does not have. Okay. And therefore, what to improve. Right? Okay, so that's another thing. One more thing. What else? What else do you recall? You need to do today. Yes. Okay. So we need to have a proposal. And what's that proposal about? How does that proposal arise from this? Okay. So the proposal is how can you improve RP's corporate wellness program? Okay. And right, how can you improve RP's corporate wellness program? What else? There's something else that was also covered.
Singapore Health.
Okay. Yes, Chairman. Would you like to say?
Wait! I'm not the chairman!
Singapore Health Award.
Okay. You all recall there's this thing that was mentioned. It's called the Chairman. What is it?
Singapore Health Award.
Yuri!
Okay, very good. So, right, all of you all have you have actually done a good job in summarizing what we need to do today. All right. So let me build up what you have stated so far, and let me help you to better understand what is it that's expected of you today. Okay. So first of all, yes, you correctly identified. You need to actually form your companies, and you need to propose your corporate wellness program. Okay. And your corporate wellness program, first of all, it must be comprehensive enough. It must cover as much as possible all of the needs of the staff, right? Which is why later on some of you are going to be involved in interviewing staff to find out what they want. It must also cover what are possible risks that are actually available in the different facilities that staff have to go through, so that you can propose improvements to minimize the risk. Okay, which Perry is expert on. Of course, man. Okay, so these are the two main things you need to do. However, right, the quality of your proposal will depend on, first of all, do you actually meet the specifications for the Singapore Health Award? So that's the quality that you are aiming towards later on. Okay? Can? So with this, right, the very first order of business, okay, is for you to form your companies. Alright, so I'm going to review to you. Okay, this is the company that you need to form. Okay, let me review this. Yeah. Okay, so the first order of business is to form these companies, right? So the companies will be formed from the two different aisles over here. So you will form one company. You will form one company. Within the company, there will be a chairperson and a co-chairperson. So the chairperson will look after those in the company who are focusing on the risk and safety aspects. Okay? And the co-chairperson will look after those of you who are focusing on the welfare aspects. Welfare, we are referring to the needs assessment. Okay, what are the gaps in terms of the programs? What can actually be improved? Right? So let me review to you what is the proposed company structure. So first of all, alright? Okay, first of all, Ayam Kebab Wellness Private Limited. Right? This will be headed by none other than Mr. Chairman, Mr. Danny.
Mr. Danny!
Right? And the co-chair will be Leighton. Okay, so what I would like you to do, those of you who are in this company, can I trouble those of you who are in the safety and ergonomics subcommittee to go and join Danny over there? So anybody from here? No? Okay, then for those of you who are from the welfare and needs assessment, right? Please go over to that side to join. David, come over here to join Lizan. Okay, so Kiki, you are over here.
Okay.
Right? So that will be the structure of your company. Okay? Can I?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, now let's review for the other company. Okay? why Lynette's face got something on her? Alright, so the other company, this thing is purposely going to you. Okay, the other company, Bert and actually should be Bert, right? Okay, never mind. Bert and SWK, the chairman is none other than Hugh Long. So Hugh Long, you will be looking after the safety and ergonomics committee. So all of those of you who are under the safety and ergonomics, you need to move over here later. So who is it? Hugh Long, and then James, Lynette, Hadira. Alright, so you're yeah, very different, right? And then for the co-chair Abir, right? So those of you who are supposed to be over there, I believe Lee Sin, right? Lee Sin and Josh, so you can go over there to Abir. Alright? Then, okay, so with this, would you like to move over? Okay, now while you are moving over, right? Yeah, so please move over because you'll be working in this team for today. Okay, alright, so move over to your teams and in the meantime, okay, so can I trouble those of you who have already moved already? Can you please open up your worksheet? Okay, can you please open up your worksheets? Yeah. Alright. Okay, so please open up your worksheets. Alright, those of you who have already gone to your different teams. Okay, we are going to start to work on the different tasks.
What's the name?
All open now. Okay, so open your worksheet. Let's start on the first thing.
Yeah, open oh, Skyline Grey. Skyline Grey.
Okay, all open your worksheets already?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start off with something very simple. Okay, we'll start off with something very simple first. But before that, what you see this picture in your worksheet, this is actually representing what you are going to be doing today. Okay, so first of all, this actually shows you. Why is the camera only going to Perry? Sorry. Okay. All right. This actually shows you what are the different components of the tasks that you're going to be doing today. So you can see that it goes all the way from A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Right? So in essence, these are see over here. Right? So A to G are basically all the tasks that you're going to be doing today. Right? As a very quick overview first, alright? First of all, you need to have management support, right? And management support refers to the buy-in from people in higher management, in this case of RP. So you are going to do the first worksheet question together. Very simple. The simple task starts first. Alright? Yes. So the first question is to find out how can you justify to management that workplace health promotion is useful to both the management as well as the employees. Okay, so take a look at worksheet section A. Right, section A, question 1. Alright. Okay, so everyone don't mind, just take a look at the question first. And I will also very quickly, while you're opening that question, I will just briefly tell you what else you need to do for the rest of this learning phase. Okay, so you see B over here. This one refers to the comprehensiveness of the programs. So guess who's going to be doing this? Comprehensiveness of programs. Who?
Togetherness.
Huh? Togetherness? No. So who's going to do it?
The organization.
Us is who?
Wellness.
Welfare, right? Okay. So this one, right? B, I would like team welfare
Team welfare.
to focus on this. We will go into this shortly after we
Team
finish
welfare.
the first question. After that, you will also see there is we will skip C first, right? Look at D. What do you see over there? D is what? Workplace, environment and
Economics.
yes,
Assessment.
ergonomics. So what exactly is this and who is it? Who is it that's supposed to do it?
Safety.
Right? Those of you who are in charge of safety. Okay? So this is how you're going to split up the task today. Alright? And after you have done B and D, you will then move on to C and E. Right? Now take a look at C. C is corporate wellness needs assessment. So who is supposed to be doing this corporate wellness needs assessment? Which one? Welfare or safety? Welfare, right?
Yes.
So do you recall from this morning, what is it that the people who are doing corporate wellness needs assessment need to do? Yes, Kiki, what are they supposed to do? The corporate wellness needs assessment, what do you need to do? Interview who? Staff. Okay, so this is the practical thing that you need to do later on. Okay? And then take a look at this. E. Program and facilities risk assessment. So this one you need to go to the various locations which you have already done this morning. Right? So who's doing this first of all? Safety again. So so all the photographs that you've taken just now will be useful. But you will need to come up with a risk assessment framework and you will need to use that to actually frame the different problems. You're supposed to come up with 9 different problems and manage the risk for that. Okay? So this is what you'll be doing for first half. Okay? Can Right. So have you all managed to look at question number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so question number 1, okay, let me ask for some inputs from Bert and SWK. Bert. Okay, I would like you to take a look at this. Okay, so this part here, the key topics, maybe can you just give some ideas? What are some key topics right, that the workplace health promotion programs can actually employ to actually improve the lifestyle of the employees? Right, so give me one example. Everybody give one. So start with this group over here. Right? Oh, Ashlyn, give one example. What's a possible topic or a program that can actually be promoted at the workplace? Give one. Okay, you can save your point for later. Yeah. Okay. What about nutrition? Smoking. Okay. Can? Sure. So what about smoking? What do you want to do about smoking?
Cut down.
Cut down.
Okay.
Or either you can ask them to smoke at one corner only.
Smoke at one corner. Okay. Can? So this is actually what we call smoking cessation. So yes, you're right. There are actually some examples of workplaces that have these programs. Does RP have this for its staff? Any idea? Okay, maybe later you can find out more. I don't know. Right? Got or
Maybe you already know.
Okay, so later on you can ask your staff when you interview whether they have. Okay, now let's move on to the other team over there. So what's another example of a program or a topic that you think would be useful? Another topic? We already have smoking cessation. That's one. What's one more topic? Yes? Okay, physical activity. So what about physical activity?
All them to do a small workout together.
Okay. So this is more about encouraging people to do physical activity. So it's also to promote the benefits, right? Okay, very good. Okay, let's move on to you. Right. Eastern scheme here. Right, what is one more thing? Let's look out already. Physical activity out there. Give me one more example. One more example. Okay, well, think of it in terms of, let's say you are planning programs for RP lah. RP is a company, right? Got staff there, right? What are the programs that you think might be useful to them? Stretching. Okay. Why stretching? Okay. Is it more of stretching or something else? Hmm? Yeah. You're on the right track. So what is that? What is that for? You just mentioned something. Okay. So yes, one very important thing that can also be added on, stress management.
Stress ball.
Yeah.
Ball.
Okay. Stress management. Yes, that's another common program. Okay. So last team, what's one more? Just now they kind of mentioned they want to. Chairman. Chairman, now. It's okay. But just now. Yeah, stress already. One more. What do you think? What is one more useful thing that you can actually promote? Just now they mentioned already. You want to give them hint? Give any hint?
The nutrition.
Okay. So okay. So it could be something on. Yes. Okay. But now we are looking at the. Sure. So the cafeteria, like what she mentioned, can actually promote healthy food. So we are looking about healthy nutrition.
Because I'm not a girl.
Okay. All right. Ken, thank you very much. So have you looked at the second question? There's a link there. Can you quickly go to that link? Right. So quickly go to that link, and I would like to seek your inputs as well for this. Okay. So can I ask? Can I go back to this team? Yeah. Can I go back to your team? Yes, Miss Abir. And maybe your. Okay. Look at this link. Right. Look at this link over here. Right. Can you give an example of one of the things that is useful for management to the employer? Right. How will you convince? Remember, later on, it is important for management to support your health promotion program. Okay? So you need to, yes, you are captured on camera by the way. Okay? Right? So you need to be able to promote, right? You need to be able to promote the workplace health promotion as something which is of benefit to them. So look at that link. Right? What do you see on that link? Just go to that link. Yeah, what do you see there? Give me one. Wait, I'll come to you shortly. Okay. So, right, the rest of you, the other teams, have you gone to the link? So find one from the link there, and we need to fill this in. Yes? Yeah, just give one. Sorry?
Increase productivity.
Okay, so one possible one is increased productivity. Why? Okay, why do you think there will be increased productivity?
Because they feel good.
Okay. So they will be more motivated. Okay, so anyway, I will write this here, but take note, right? One is increased productivity for the worker. Very good. And that is of course useful to management, right? Okay, then let's go alternate over to that side. How, Kiki, you seem to be very happy, happy, right? Happy, yeah? Okay. Can you give one example of a benefit to the employee? Yeah, go to the link. Yeah, go to the link. Give one example. Just say.
Reduce stress.
How does it reduce stress? How does reducing stress benefit the employee?
Can work better.
Better environment. Okay, so therefore they will be able to work better. And what happens when they work better? Higher productivity. Will they quit anytime soon? No, right? So, okay, because they are happy, therefore there's lower what?
Stress.
Stress is what? Lower conflict. Okay. Sure. Okay. Fine. Okay, so let's move on to you. Yes. One more. Improve health. How does all of these things actually help to improve the health and improve the health for who?
For the employees.
Okay.
When they are less stressed, they are eating properly, they won't like snack on
They have good sleep and all.
Okay. So two things you mentioned, right? Two things you mentioned. One is they will have improved nutrition practices. The other one, they have better sleep practices, which will also help them to maintain healthy weight and also healthy blood pressure. Okay, one more last one. Give me one more last one for the employer. Employer.
Reduce absenteeism.
Huh?
Yeah.
Employer, your team.
Reduce staff
Turnover. What does that mean?
Is the employee quitting?
Okay, so what he mentioned is to reduce staff turnover. So what does staff turnover mean again?
The employee quitting from the job.
So lower rate of resignation. Why do you think that this will be useful to the employer? Why is it useful to the management? How will you say that this is actually very useful to you? Why is
Won't
it
lack of
important?
manpower. Won't lack of manpower.
Lack of manpower, correct. So they will not have problems associated with manpower and better image for the company. Very good. Okay, well done. Okay, so with this, alright, this is it for question number 1. Okay, so some of you smart, you actually did this, so okay, but not all the answers are there, but okay, so all of these answers there, right, is important when you justify to management why is it that a workplace health promotion program is important. Now let's move on to the bread and butter already, to your bread and butter. Okay, this is what we're going to do. For those of you who are doing the welfare, okay, I am going to reveal to you this thing here, section B. Alright, so take a look at this corporate wellness initiatives. Those of you who are in welfare, can you make sure that at least one of you has downloaded this in your team? Alright, so welfare over here and over there. Have you managed to download this from your work, from your Leo 2.0 Learning Hub downloaded? So please open it up, and what you are going to do is this for the next 10 minutes, right? What you are going to do, the two welfare teams are diagonally located to each other. You are going to fill up this table, right, and fill up with the content of the different programs that you actually see, and where do they fall, right? Can you see this? Does this look familiar? Familiar or not? These are the 7 dimensions of wellness, right? Okay. Hello. Camera come. Okay, see can you see this or not? These are the 7 dimensions of wellness.
Yes.
And these are the, what are these? Action areas of wellness. So what you're going to do, you're going to open up this folder, right? In your groups, open up the folder. There's quite a number of emails inside. Take a look at all of the emails in there. Those are emails that Human Resource HR department sends to RP staff to tell them what programs are available. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the programs and you see where do the programs fit in. Okay, so I'll come to your team to work with you on this in a short while, but please start working on this. This will be for the 2 teams working on welfare. Alright? Now, in order to help you out, I will provide you with this so that you can actually, write it, but later on please fill up in your worksheet and get it ready for your presentation. So you can actually put this on hard copy. Now, so you can actually use this. You can write down, but later on, if you want, you need to transcribe it into your PowerPoint. Okay? Alright, now that's for the 2 teams that's working on welfare. Can I now draw the attention of the teams who are doing the one on safety? Can I draw your attention to question D? Right? Can I draw your attention to question D? Alright, so question D will be done by this team here, led by Q Long, and this team here, which is led by Danny. Okay? So what I'm going to provide you is this, okay, which some of you may have seen before. Okay? Yes? Okay? So what I would like you to do is this, take a look at question D in your worksheet. Now, first you are going to be asked to identify what are good postures. So what is proper ergonomics? So take a look at this one. Right? So go and find out what's the correct body mechanics and posture that's required for sitting, standing, and lifting and carrying. Right? So find out what is it. Okay. Yes. By the way, those of you who are smart, you know that. Okay. Never mind. Okay. But because why this is not the most important part, right? What's more important is this. After this, I would like you to spend the next 15 minutes, right, on these two scenes here. Okay, so I'll give you 2 of these each. Now for you. I'll also give you this. Okay. Alright. Okay, so take a look, those of you in this team here, take a look at this, and I would like you to identify as many issues as possible from the pictures. Okay, there's 2 scenes here, scene A and scene B. So discuss in your team and come up with a whole list, fill out in the worksheet, and later on, you need to also present it. Okay, so remember to fill out in your worksheet first, later it needs to be part of your presentation. Okay? Everyone alright?
Yes.
Okay, so please get to work. We'll do this till, now the time is 11:09. Right, can you work on questions, section B, and you work on section D, right? D. Right? Yes. Ergonomics. Okay, so work on this for the next 10 minutes. Okay, I'll go to your various teams to see how you are. So discuss. Okay, good. Everything. Just come up with as many points as possible. Alright, so guys, you have another 10 minutes. Okay, right now we'll just type down. So you all can identify, and then just type it down in the worksheet. Alright. So you're doing scene B first, is it? So maybe you want to work on one of the scenes first. Okay, so actually there's about up to 20 each picture. Yes, I've counted up to 20, but you try and find as many as you can. But I can tell you there's about 20 for each picture. Right? Because I've actually identified already. So I'd like you all to find maybe at least 10 for each scene. Okay? Okay, so now when you find out what is in each of these different okay, when you find out what is the issue in each of these scenes, I would like you to also state what do you think is a proper control measure. Okay, so come up with both the issues and the control measure.
Wait.
Alright. Okay. So you guys, one moment. Okay, so you guys come up with as many issues as you can from these 2 different scenes. These two, both do both. Because you're all very tired. So do both. Alright? There are at least 20 each scene. 20. So must just find 9. Just find 10. 10 for both. No, 9 is for the risk assessment. So can you find 10 different ones for each picture? And then you just, one of you can just transcribe it. And later on, right, in addition to finding the issue, I would like you to also find out what is the solution. So for example,
You see the red color one? Right. The red color.
Proposed solution. Okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, on to you. So first, have you managed to find exactly, yes, this is the one. So you see these are all different emails. They actually have been sent to RP staff. So you open the email.
Oh, the rest must.
Just open a few. So that's why you all work in a team.
But okay, I'm more or less done.
Split up. Yeah, and basically, right, you just click open up. Then you see, okay, for example, you click open one.
Dining.
Okay, so you open one already.
Dining.
Sorry. Okay, open up. What do you see in there? What do you see in the email?
You do finish,
Okay, so what is happening?
This I do one.
Where does it belong? Where does it belong?
Why my one cannot see all?
Cleaning is what?
Wait.
See?
Right?
Here, question 3.
Are you sure? Okay, first of all, right, sorry, the health screening, right, is provided for free, right?
Page what?
Yes, very
5.
good. So it's reorienting health services. Why? Because you are looking at preventive health issues, right? And you're providing the services for free. So that is the Ottawa Charter area. But under the dimensions of wellness, which of it is the most important dimension? Physical, right? Because you're looking at physical. So that's how you look at it. So that's it. Just follow. Then you can put health screening here. So you quickly do the same for the others as well. Just split up. Yes. Right. Then later, this is just to help you to have something on hand. But later, remember to transcribe it onto your spreadsheet. Just title. You don't need to describe. Just write the title. So why don't you open another one and see what else you find? You forgot your password. Well done.
No, I remember my password, but cannot. I don't know why.
Cancel. You do another open. The one health screening done already. Open another one. You try to open another one. Okay. You saw something? Financial planning? Yeah?
This one really long.
Of course. That's why I give you real data. So take a look at that one. Look at this.
That's a lot actually.
Okay. Priority, look at the one that they ask you to register. But look at this financial planning and management. Where does this fall under? Right. So which one? Financial planning and management. Which one is it? Which one? Huh? Financial planning and management. Where does it fall under? Yes.
You try to punch.
And which of these? Yes.
You punch very the hardest.
Which one? So you think in terms of that, okay? Okay, you go back to the
You want eagle on a very.
what? Just try and do as many as you can. Yeah, just speed up. Okay, I give you you go down to the registration. Focus more on the registration because those are actual activities that people are asking you to register. Okay, can okay. Yes. Yeah, yes. Ventilation is also another thing. Right? Because you don't see any ventilation, so you can actually. These are things that you can talk about.
Fussy.
Yes, I'm
How to
here.
make the
Oh,
table
very good.
smaller?
Huh?
What's the table like that?
Well done, man.
Now
You
done?
see this one?
This one?
No. Now you go over there.
Hey, what?
This one.
Where you from?
Ruler.
Wait, how come your table
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, because you put it, okay, because it's landscape.
Which one? The sign up one and the...
Wait, then why other team can
Because yours is portrait now, right? You put this in Google Doc, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
The very first one, the second one.
why don't you
The very first one.
just make it even smaller? Make your font smaller now.
But there's another health screening.
Just make your font smaller. I see you have identified a few already.
This is smallest already. Smallest already.
Okay, these are examples, not real one. So I suggest that you go and look at the examples inside.
I think we can.
Okay.
Yeah, look at, have you managed to download? This one an example, not real one.
Then this one.
Okay, I suggest you look at the registration. Okay, can you open one? Let's look at that and then we see.
Registration activities.
Okay, is it opening?
Yes.
Every time I see your mouse, it makes me think that the whole thing is loading, but actually you purposely really Okay, anybody else can open because Josh one is like so super slow. I think by the time you else can open. Okay, can you open? Okay, maybe the you can open, right?
Actually have it, actually.
Open one. Okay, can. Okay,
anyhow lah,
okay, this one, what do you see? So this one, what do you think? Do you think it's actually, how does it help? How does that help in the wellness? And then this one also health screening. Right? Health screening. How does that help? Where does it belong?
It's not here. This one, no, this one.
Okay, I suggest you go and open those that say registration one. So that one is the soccer, the one, what do you think is that? Okay, this one, improve your travel photography. How does that help? What area does it fall into?
What's going on?
put the registration one.
Where? How to see?
Anyone.
Can you
Put the
see
first
a
one.
few other things in there which is like financial planning and all that? So which of these? Assessing your insurance needs. So what is that?
That's yours.
Wait, you open.
Insurance needs, well,
Yeah,
it's
open.
just state of mind, but maybe is non-physical also. Right, so things like that lah. So you just put it in. Okay. That one is just example only, not real one. Okay, so I'd like you to spend at least till about 8 minutes more, okay? Okay, everybody, let's spend another 8 more minutes to improve the scope of your coverage. How have you managed to identify? The more you identify, the better you are. Okay, so try and identify as much as you can.
No, I share with you.
So you can actually, one person can actually open it, you just do a quick look, and you just fill in. So maybe if you want to pair up in your teams.
Just look. Look.
So what is this? What is the activity here?
Happy activities.
Correct.
10 tips to improve your travel photography.
So this is to help you to improve your travel photography or photography skills, right? So what exactly is this targeting? When you improve your photography, what aspects of your
Photographers. Oh,
what aspects? Think in terms of the aspects of health over here. Think in terms of this. Which dimension of wellness, and then which one is it? So take note, is it a skill building activities? If it is, then it's under the Ottawa Charter Action Area of Developing Personal Skills. Right, so where does it belong? Okay, then likewise,
Mental. Oh, we can use it to fill up.
Environmental.
Yes.
Oh,
Sure,
it's
I mean
the
it
same.
could be also, because you know why?
Is this
Environment.
You are, by photography, you're also appreciating the environment.
Scenery, yes.
So yes, that's also another thing.
Okay, then we write here then.
Okay.
Let's go.
We got
Go,
already
right.
how many
Okay,
people
I
here?
suggest, because later on you still need to transcribe it into your PowerPoint, right? So I suggest that you try to, I mean this one you can use it to write first, but I suggest you still transcribe it onto your worksheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So later you can cut and paste it into your PowerPoint. Okay?
Okay.
Don't forget, you still need to do a PowerPoint today, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give everyone another 5 more minutes. 5 minutes, everyone.
In there. Put it in there. Put it in there.
I no energy.
Yes, I heard insurance. So what is that for? How does that benefit the person? So don't tell them because they are your
What's the
rival
thing
company.
again?
Okay? So when you all
Travel
discuss,
insurance.
don't talk so
Travel
loud.
insurance.
No. If your rival company here, then they steal your ideas. How? Okay?
Travel photography.
Hey, what?
Photography.
Dura. Hey, I think right, you know, just open the normal thing so we can write. Yeah, the normal one. No, the normal
So
one.
try and get as much of the info as possible. Take note, you are going to be presenting this later.
Yeah, change lah. New one, day.
Another 8 more minutes.
Sorry.
No lah.
We see right, then we
And
write.
insurance.
Insurance.
Okay, this one. This one is talking about child support, right? So
Insurance is under.
Ask you, what do you think this is about?
Why physical?
This is about. No, this is more like child support schemes, right? Yes. And which one is it? So you are looking. Take note. When you are looking at all these activities, you are thinking in terms of the benefit to the staff. So look at the staff. So you are providing child support.
What paper?
Financial aid,
That's
for the
paper.
staff. How does that help?
Paper.
Because then you don't feel so stressed.
Insurance is under.
This one, are you sure is emotional? Are you sure?
Huh?
I leave it to you to decide, right? But I like to
Insurance is number 5. Reorientating health services.
Could be that as well. It's just how you see it, but definitely not this.
Lao B is
Okay?
what Lao B.
Yeah.
老匪 not 老匪
So
老虎
老母 is
emotional gambar.
is it
Then you just rely on Kiki lah. Okay lah. Can I see what you have? This one is there for example only.
record now ah?
I know you saw what's there. Okay.
recording now
So
just now
I like you to look at the
Yeah.
reading. Yeah.
yeah,
This one, right?
老虎
This one, yes, some are relevant, but some are actually not there.
Ashlyn Chan Gyok Hong
Yeah lah, I know it.
yeah
Okay, how you all doing?
Why are we talking like
How many do you have in total?
ladies and gentlemen please
It's okay, but
welcome
quite a lot.
Ashlyn Chan Gyok Hong
Looks familiar.
hello Ashlyn
No lah, we really Okay. So
okay faster quick insurance underwear
the thing that is
it's the last one it's under your health services
how do you control the
so it's where
so for example,
yeah example
if for instance one example is that there are a lot of boxes
no daddy
all over the floor. What will you do to control this issue? Or you can have a shelf or something, so that's the control measure. So in addition to the issue, what's the possible solution? Because take note, your task is to find solutions to these issues. Cannot challenge. Okay? Cannot do that, okay? And also, right, while you're looking at this, I'd like you to look at all the different, because I notice most of your areas are mainly pertaining to physical
what welfare what are you talking about
the risk of getting
insurance underwear
any situations I mean, yeah, that's one, but other things as well. So take a look. Even for this one also. Right? Because
under
take note,
social why
in addition to safety, ergonomics, hygiene is also very important. This one, right? So take a look at all of this. Social, okay? So what do you think needs to be put in place for controlling?
no you ask again
Actually, the insurance under social.
Okay, it can be several things. So it's how do you, okay, if it's social, why do you say it's under social? Why? What's your justification?
hey come here
No, you tell me, yeah. There must be, no. There's no specific correct answer, but some answers are definitely out. But social, if you say social, why is it social?
I say mental
If you say mental, why is it mental? How does that address mental health?
Because the insurance affect the
The
people.
travel thingy
Yes.
what?
Which is part of
Okay.
social.
Travel.
Okay, first of
hey,
all,
because of people
not really,
Not really.
okay, insurance, it affects people around you, but the people are part of your immediate family, correct?
Yeah.
So when you're talking about social, you're talking more in terms of your natural ability or your natural inclination to interact with others who may or may not be part of your immediate family. If it's immediate family, which of it is the most important? Remember, keyword, purpose in life. Right, which one? You remember purpose in life? Which is the aspect of wellness? Purpose in life? Correct or not? So if you're talking about the contributions to your family, right, something that goes beyond yourself, then you're talking about spiritual. Okay, so that's how you're thinking. So social is possible, but it's how you actually justify it, right? So you all need to really justify it. Physical, definitely, just now you mentioned physical, right? Definitely is also possible.
say also possible it can be others also many possibilities say several possibilities
But some are not.
I said physical.
Yeah, but,
Shush.
maybe you may want to share why is it that you say it's physical. What is insurance for? So let's zoom in on life insurance. How is this linked to physical wellness? Okay, you said the words is better for you, right?
My name
So when you say it's better for you, it means what? It means that you have a better state of mind. So is that physical? State of mind, is it mental? What is mental? Okay, the way you explained it, is not physical already. The way you explained it is something else. Okay, the way you explained it is more for which one? Huh? There's one that's very close to mental. Because when you have a positive state of mind, it means that you have lower stress. Lower stress is emotional, right? Yeah. Okay. What else? Ashley, you got anything?
League of Legends.
What is this called?
League of Legends.
LOL. Which one? Which one? RP got LOL club. Yeah. This one is a heater.
This one is
No, sorry. This is a fan. This is a fan. This one is a fan.
This one is fan.
Yeah, it's a fan. Oh no, different one. Yeah, it's a fan. So the lady put the fan. Put the fan to blow her.
Okay, but think about it. If right, you don't put it right, then no one else to plug anymore.
Why can't she put it on her desk?
But you will later people cannot walk. You'll be lying.
Then so that's another problem, right? Isn't that another problem? That means that there's
Okay, then I just find a nearer power source.
That's
physical.
Okay, yes. Let's go back to you. Dental. Yes, what's dental? What? Remember this, healthy public policy.
Oh, this one.
Is when you, let's say you don't do something, then there's a cost associated with it. That's healthy public policy. You get what I mean? That's healthy public policy. So an example would be, if you don't, if you smoke in the campus in RP, you'll be fined. That's healthy public policy. If you sell alcohol to people who are underage, and that you'll be fined. That is
Number
healthy
two.
public policy. Got it?
Number two.
Obviously, because mental health. Right. Okay, what do you think of it this way?
What's the thing?
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment.
Stop
And
LOLing.
right? And then the next thing is join us, right? So it's together with people, right? Together with other people. So which one? Together with people.
Next.
Yes, you are providing the opportunity. So therefore it's this one. What else? Which one is this? Remember, the keyword is to do it together with others.
Chocorito.
Okay, you all have you all managed to complete it already? Okay, so what I'm going to do now, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I know you are very excited about the chocolato, but we need to move on. So let me now move on to the following. Right? First, for those of you who are doing the welfare, I'd like to draw your attention. Alright, I'd like to draw your attention to this. Right? So take a look at this. Those of you who are doing welfare, which is these two teams here. Right? So this is just now I showed you an example of a corporate needs assessment. Alright? So what you need to do now, those of you doing welfare, you need to focus on section C. What I'm going to provide you with is this. Okay, wait, actually, hold on, relax. I know you're very excited, but it's okay. Okay, what I'm going to provide you with is this. Now, what do you think this is for? Those of you who are doing welfare. What is this used for? Can I give you 1, 2, 3, give you 4 lah. Now, okay, give you 5 lah. Okay, what is this used for? Take a look at it.
Yeah, we don't need that.
No, not yet. Come to you shortly. Yes, okay. So what you see over here, this is for you to conduct the survey, right, later on. Do you notice that over here, we have got 4 different aspects of wellness, right? Take note, we are only focusing on the first tier. First tier referring to physical, mental, social, emotional. So what you're going to do in your interview later, right? You are going to ask the subject, right? You're going to ask the subject to read through this, and he or she will then give a score over here, right? Based on where they feel, because these are the criteria for the different aspects of wellness. So your subject will then say, oh, I believe I got most of this, I'm a 5, for instance. Okay? Can? So this is for you to bring out for your interviews later. So do take note, your teams, you are going to be doing the interview. And these are the questions, right? Or rather, these are the categories of questions that you need to ask. So I would like you now, based on what you have done in the earlier part, the 2 welfare teams, remember you did this thing, right? Right? I'd like you to construct possible questions that you're going to ask your interviewee. Right? Construct possible interview questions. And I've actually got some potential interviewees for you. But if you want, you can just go next door, ask any faci that you like to spend about 5 minutes. Right? Do you have any facis around that you think can help you? Okay, very good. So if you have already choked your facis, then it's fine. If you need interviewees, I have got some who are willing to help you out now. Yeah, but you let me know. Okay? So remember, construct your question, discuss first, and later you need to go out and ask your... Sorry? No need, but you need to record. You see that? Interviewee response. So after, okay, sorry, welfare team, listen, when you conduct your interviews, please record, please take down what's your interview questions as well as your responses. Okay, so you're supposed to interview at least 3 persons per team, and after you have interviewed, you need to classify, or rather you need to do the summary, because this is what goes into your presentation. Alright, do you see this? This is the worksheet section C, right? Section C, the last part where you actually will collate. So what is good, what could be improved, what could be added. Right, so you summarize it. So you need to record down your interviewee response, and then later you must summarize. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on now to the safety team. Safety team, I would like you to draw your attention. I'd like to draw your attention to section E. Okay, do you see this? Okay, in section E, there are 2 documents in there which I would like you to use for your reference when you come up with your risk assessment. But I think Perry is already very expert in risk assessment. So therefore, right, for those of you who are not as expert as Perry, right, so the safety team, I would like you all to take a look at this. Do you see this risk assessment template?
Yeah.
So I've given this to you. I would like you to look at 9 possible different risk assessments. Okay, this is separate from what you have done in the ergonomics and environmental assessment. Separate. This one you need to follow the risk assessment template. So the risk assessment template is something like this. Right? Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, let me give you an example just to help you out. Okay, let me give you an example. So this is one example that can be of possible use to you. And when you do your risk assessment, I'd like you to follow at least something like this for your 9. So you need to go out, look out for the 9. This is one example. So first, step 1, you need to identify what your hazards are. Okay, so what are the hazards? For example, this one I'm using the example of the wires that were very loose in the staff relaxation room. I'm using that as an example. You can use the same. So you need to identify, first of all, what is the source of the hazard. Secondly, identify where it's located. Next, what is the type of hazard? What kind of problems will it cause to the people who come into contact with this hazard? So example, will it cause people to trip? Will it cause people to get electrocuted, for instance? Then you need to state that. Okay? And you also need to assign a level of the hazard to it. So is it low, medium, or high? Right? What's the risk level? Okay, will it cause death? If it causes death, then it is very high, obviously. So that's the rule of thumb. Jeremy, do you tell them what happened? No? Okay, never mind. Okay, for you to find out. You're interested to find out?
Yes.
Please tell us now.
Huh? Ask Jeremy. Later. Ask him what happened in a certain room that you visited just now. Okay, never mind. Later you can ask him. Okay, next step 2. Then you need to identify who is the person or persons that will be harmed by this hazard. So who lah? So well, who visits the room? It could be staff, but aside from staff, right? Other people may also go to the room, but cleaner. Then even people like you all also may go in. So these are the different people who might be affected. So you need to identify them. Likewise, how? Right? How does it affect them? So for instance, let's say when the cleaner is cleaning the room, right? Then because the mop is wet, right? Then the mop is wet, then it might cause electrocution risk, right? So that's an example. Okay? Then the next one is, are there any existing control measures? Okay, so just now you saw in the gym, there was one sign that's placed there, right? Correct or not, in the equipment. So you may want to identify, are there control measures already, and are they sufficient? Right? If not, is there anything else that's necessary? So just now one control measure, I don't know whether you recall inside the gym, there was actually a cable, and the cable, like the wire a bit come out already, right? So how did they control it? They used the black tape, right? So is that sufficient? If not, then what additional things do you need to do? Can So these are things like MRT got problem, right? They use cable tie, enough or not? Not enough, right? So these are the type of things that you need to think about. Okay, then of course the last part is, what's your action plan? What's your action plan? How are you going to put your risk assessment into practice? So who is going to fix this? Who is going to come up with a proper thing instead of taping the thing? They may need to call maintenance. They may need to actually get the vendor for the equipment to come down and maintain it. So you need to spend money on it. So this is your action plan. Alright, so everyone clear? So you need to do, your safety team, you need to do 9 different things. 9 different ones for your risk assessment, and put this into your PowerPoint. Okay? So now what I would like you to do is discuss with your team what you're going to do. This one right, you finished already. This one also has to be inside of PowerPoint. Okay? Okay. So for now, okay. Alright, for now, until okay, now I would like you all to discuss what are the 9 things that you're going to find out. Right? So identify your 9 issues first. Okay, so likewise your team also identify your 9 issues first. Okay, find out what are your 9 issues in class first. Okay? Okay, now I'll go back to the 2 teams doing the welfare. So how are you all coming along? Okay, so you should have finished this one. Okay, so this one now you move on to the next part already. So whatever you have, right, collate this. Right, maybe someone can collate. Now you need to move on to the next part, which is needs assessment already. Alright, so you need to get ready your interview question, identify your people, and get ready to interview them already. So identify who are the people that you want, and do you need additional interviewees? Likewise, for you guys here. Here, you are these assessment people. So you need to move on from that one already. That one is done. So whatever you've done so far, collate it. Somebody collate it, put it in. Now you need to move on to the needs assessment already. So who has actually confirmed that you have a possible potential interviewee? Do you have potential interviewees? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. What time are you meeting? 12. Okay, just nice starting. She's meeting all of you, is it?
I think so, yeah.
The whole class.
Oh, this is Mantis.
Good, then you might as well interview her.
Yeah.
Then you can actually interview her twice.
Oh, they also interview.
Because no point. Yeah, also because there's no point interviewing me because it's not going to be a fair. Yeah, it's better to ask some other. Yeah, yeah. So Melinda is one. Anyone else? Miss Suzanne?
Let's see if I can find her.
You don't need to physically find her. You can email her. Yeah. So as long as she responds, so you can WhatsApp her also. As long as she responds to you, that's fine. So Jeremy also cannot interview because he's part of S201 also. KZ. So
one more already.
okay, the other thing is, have you all collated this one already? So if not, can you collate? Okay, so this one is done already. Close the story on this. Now you need to work on the risk assessment. So you need to collate this data. So one of you, please collate whatever everyone has done, and be prepared to put that in your presentation. Okay, so now work on your risk assessment. Can I? So can I? Very can I? Work on your risk assessment. So that one is somebody collating already. So can you now close the story on this, right? Because you need to start working on your risk assessment.
Send by email.
Just now it seems to like you very much. Okay, so what you need to do now, you need to close this story, put it on your presentation, and now start on your risk assessment. Straight away identify your name. Have you started on finding what are your name already?
Sure. Just put a photo there.
Oh, I know. Airdrop can.
But you must fulfill this criteria. Now you notice step 5 is not there. You know why? What is step 5? You're expert, right?
Airdrop.
Huh?
Airdrop.
Use iPhone.
Close to that. What else?
Airdrop a bit sort.
After you put into action, right? What do you usually do after you put? Another word for it. Another word for test is? Starts with the same letter. Similar to test.
Actually never mind.
No. Starts with the same letter E.
What's your email?
It's not EX,
Oh, nak send kat group ke?
but the second letter is very close to
Email.
X.
n.hadira.07.
Come on, you said test, right? What's another word for testing?
Examinate.
@gmail.
I say it's not EX already. The alphabet is very close to X.
Okay, I
So
send
it's very
it.
close to X. Hey, risk assessment expert now. Okay, this is a term that you need to know very well, especially in the subsequent lessons. It's called evaluate. Right? What does evaluate mean? Evaluate means that you put your plan into action, then you look at whether your action plan has successfully targeted the issue and reduced it. But because now you are not putting it into action, but you just need to state that the evaluation will be done. More importantly, the first 4 steps. Okay, so I'm only expecting the first 4 steps for your 9. Sorry?
Fifth round only done.
No, because you don't put it into action, but you just need to know that there is a step 5. Okay? Because step 5 is after you have implemented, you put it into action. Okay? So how's your... Have you started to identify your 9 cases yet? Josh, people waiting for you to do something, Josh. Oh, okay. That's fine. So if you got pictures, then you see whether you can identify 9 problems. The problems must not overlap. Meaning you cannot have like messy wires in one room, then the other room also messy wire. Okay? Try to find different things. Got it?
The whole thing
Yes. You are all going to present together.
but if you do separately,
So later you combine. So later, right, in your final presentation, which I will explain later, but anyway, I just tell you, jump the gun and say this. Later on, you are presenting as a company. Okay? So you will present, then after that, then you will, like for example, those of you who have worked on the safety part, you present the safety portion. Then they work on the welfare portion. Okay? Okay, we'll work on that later.
Miss Susan, go fine. 3 people already settle.
Oh, so this one, okay.
You can go interview now.
Yeah, sure. You can if you are outside. Yeah, go. You can, if you want, you can also.
Yeah, I will. It's only 1% use the laptop only.
You can share that person. Okay. The questions, right? You need to be very clear. First part is to assess their level, your wellness. Why do you want to assess their level of wellness? Because you want to find out, right, what are the gaps. By understanding this, right, for example, if your client, if your interviewee is very weak on, let's say, maybe mental, right, then you need to identify that as a gap, no? Because if he's weak on mental, then are there programs in RP that can address this level? So that's the first question. What's her level of wellness? Second question would be, ask her to identify what are some of the RP corporate wellness initiatives that she finds that she has been doing and is useful to her. Yeah, so you ask her what are the corporate wellness initiatives, no? So like the one that I did just now, she actually identified some as important to her, like the gym and all that. So I think Suzanne or Melinda might have other things. I know Melinda will have a lot to talk about. Yeah, so you can ask her. She'll have so many. So you can ask her, then she'll identify those are the things that she has used. Then the next part is, what do you think? What does she think is not so good? You're right, but you got your questions or not? So you understand now? So the third part is, what does she think needs to be improved? And the last part is, what new initiatives does she suggest which are not available in RP at all? So that's one. Yeah. So that's one. So the last one is something novel, something totally new. Okay, can?
Like example, what she thinks she should add on in this
Yes. Okay.
Either one.
It can be up to them, because it's for the. So that's why, right? Based on that, that's why we call it needs assessment. Why? Because needs assessment is identifying what the client or what the subject wants. Then you see whether you can implement it. Yeah. So your role is welfare or stuff. So when you're looking at welfare, you want to see what they want. Then is it feasible to implement it? Got it? Okay.
For each place or learning.
Right.
In total 9.
Okay, I'll pick the pictures, I'll paste the format there. Then we slowly fill it up lah. But now the thing is cannot receive picture.
You're okay? Are you still finding some more?
Last one.
You got 10 already. Okay, so this is your 10th one. 9, okay.
Meaning, for example, if you're
There are so many there.
that's a gap.
you confirm got 30 inside.
The gap is like, how do you make it better lah?
This one got
Obviously got posture. Take note, you're not just looking at, okay, when you're looking at environmental and economic assessment, you need to look at how people's posture are like. So is this posture correct? And then also, right, you see, remember there was one worksheet slide that shows you what's the proper posture when sitting. Both feet must be on the ground, eye level. How is your eye level, your head, how is it to be tilted? So is this proper or not? So this one already got two problems already. First is a safety issue. Why? Because she is actually on high heel and the chair is about to be tilted. Secondly, this is not proper sitting position. The back is, the spine is actually tilted. So you all learn all the massage theory and all these things, right? When your spine is constantly tilted, what happens? So that's an ergonomic issue. Alright, so that's how you find all your different issues here. Can? Apply what you all have learned in your spa modules. Okay. So they all go out and find her already.